Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Boldly Goes Modelworks, and this is the Ghost of Spitmas build update part 10 of Airfix's 1/48 scale Spitfire PR.19. So as you can see, she's all deckled up, all the masking's off. That means we've got a sealing coat of it's LP9. It came out as a satin varnish to seal it in, so it worked quite well. As yet, no wheels have gone on the fuse on her. Painted up the marking lights. So hopefully get these little bits glued on. So what we'll start off with is with the pitot tube. Again, which is very fiddly. So I don't believe I had the cover on that one. Oops. Yes, as you can see, I did go a little bit over the top with the stencils. I missed a lot of them off on the underside, apart from the wiring throughout for ones. So let's get the wheels out and work out which way around they go on. So get a little bit of glue on there. Get a little bit of glue on that side. It will take a little bit to set up. There we go. She's sat on her wheels. So I'll put the glue away. And then then obviously I've got to figure out how I'm going to weather this. So obviously, because it's an aircraft that's used for display purposes. So obviously this is the Rolls-Royce historic flight iteration of its history. I don't want to get it dirt. I don't really want to get it dirty. So obviously we're going to get some soot down the sides. Obviously I'll do that on the spray booth in a second with something like NATO black. A little bit of NATO black, I think. So yes, and obviously we'll use the infamous weathering powders. Yes, these are the ones that this is the reason why Zinsan wasn't on Airfix and Chill on Monday. He was playing about with his eyeshadow, and he couldn't wash it off. I jest at poor sinners. So I've got A, B, C, not necessarily in that order. I have got E somewhere. I think I've got all 6 sets. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. A little bit of soot stains on the sides of from the engine exhaust. I went with XF63, and I think it's under LP60. A little bit LP60 over the top, so it has some colour definition, because it's very difficult, because it's this Prussian blue makes things a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to have a look through our colours here. So this is the A, B. I think this is my applicator of choice. It's a little Tamiya number 0 brush, flat brush, that I've basically wrecked because I tend to do it for the brushing. So obviously this is some mud. So we're going to just literally and as I said to Zinsan, you really traditionally have to do this on a flat varnish, because a flat varnish has a key, so, but this one hasn't. So there's a little bit of dust for you. Now, of course, I can't find my brush. Oh, there it is, the anti-static brush, and this is where the anti-static brush comes in handy. You can just pull a lot of it off like that. Okay. So we're not going to worry too much about the underside, because obviously it's been on a runway, so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. And the next colour we're going to use will be some soot. Obviously you can see, I mean, look, that applicator has seen better days. And yes, the snow has disappeared. I think it fell out of the box, to be honest. And this one will be on the engine exhausts, just like that. There we go. Just clean it up. Now the other colour we're going to use is some soot. This one's got a little bit of a bluish tinge to it. Like so. And that, shall we say, is that. No oils, just a bit of paint and a liberal use of the Tamiya Weathering Powders. just to make a sort of a preserved in-flight Spitfire look a little bit dirty, because I do know they do get filthy. Right, my thoughts on the kit. Well, it's one of the older kits from Airfix, but it's obviously a very desirable airframe because it's the photo reconnaissance, so it's a little bit different. Fit was amazing. Again, very similar to the PR.12, the Mark 12 I did, aka the Shagfire. Which reminds me, I'll have to build another one of those at some point. Not the Shagfire. I mean, I will build a Mark 12 actually in the proper colour scheme. Not with a sodding great Union Jack on it again. I don't think my head could take that one anymore. But anyway, the kit fits beautifully together. Marking schemes are a great choice. The decals are second to none. They pulled down beautifully. They did exactly what it said on the tin. I'm really pleased with this. This is I'd probably say is a weekend build. So yeah. Again, we did have a bit of an issue with a ghost seam suddenly open up in the fuselage. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, wheels went on lovely. These fitted the prop. I obviously cut the what's it off so the prop can't spin. So I saved myself a big headache for doing the for painting the prop up. So this is she's all done. Again, I put the oops. I dropped that. Never mind. It could be worse. I mean, if that was my Mark 1, the wheels were just boom, splayed out. So yeah, another Spitfire is done. So that's it for the Ghost of Spitmas builds for now. It may well return later in the year when I get round to getting some Spitfires, possibly the 9E, or possibly even the Mark 12 again. So yeah, I'm just going to pause it there, and we'll get ready on the spinny thing. I'll see you in a bit. Wait, hang on, you're not a Spitfire. Get out of here. Oops. And there she is in the today's glorious sunshine, afternoon sunshine. And that's the Spitfire PR.19 done. It does look good in the Prussian blue, Prue blue, I will say. The AK real colours came up a treat. Yes, and sorry about the EU having the guest appearance from Mr. BF109, because obviously I had to move it around on the table first to get the turntable out. So yeah, bit of fun by me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.